Dear student, I am starting your lecture 6 for paper year 3501. In a last lecture, we will discuss common source FET amplifier. In this topic, we have analyzed the amplifier. To analyze the amplifier means to know the value of voltage gain, input resistance, output resistance, and input resistance, and so many things. But in your course, we have to discuss for this three. Plus, we have discussed the input capacitance CI. Just I am discussing for forming the last topic, then we will proceed further. In last lecture, this is the circuit diagram of a common source I have drawn here. This is your N channel FET. This is the resistance RG. This is RS, CS. This is supply plus VDD. Here is your coupling capacitor shown. This is a coupling capacitor. C2 or CC you can write C1. And here we have written input signal Vi or Vs. This is the ground. Here we have taken output. Now this is your load resistance RL. To derive, already we have discussed the function of each one. To derive this AV, the voltage equivalent source circuit is used. In that voltage source equivalent circuit, this device works as a voltage source, or you can say this device provides you the voltage. This device provides you voltage, and that I have shown like this. Here is your resistance, which is this resistance is resistance of the source. This is the resistance of this signal source, you can say. This is the input signal. This is your input VGS. This is RD, mu VGS, RL, and VO. In this circuit, this work as a source which provides the voltage. This is the voltage provided by this device. From this, we have derived the equation minus GFS RL. Now, second, we have discussed R. How to find the R? To find the R, the first we have find. This is represented in a current source equivalent circuit. So, I am showing you current source equivalent circuit. This is your current source. This is, this is a VGS. This is your current source. This is current means current upon voltage GFS into VGS. This is your in resistance. This is RL and this is output. In a current source, when this VA is a current source means which is used to provide the current. How much current this will provide? GFS into VGS. What is GFS? Current upon voltage. Current upon voltage in voltage is cancelled, so you will get current. So this provide this much current. For current source, RD should be shown in parallel with the source. For a voltage source, RD should be in series with the source. Remember this. Now, the resistance RO is nothing but you can see, yes, these two are parallel. So it is nothing but the relation between these two is nothing but the parallel combination of RD and R. This is we have done in the last lecture. Today I am discussing for input resistance. Input resistance of a common source amplifier. Third. So look in your previous. What the input resistance? Input resistance is the resistance at the input section. Resistance at the input section. At the input section, resistance is RG. So you can easily say the input resistance at the input section is nothing but the resistance between gate and source. So input resistance of the common source fed amplifier is given by RG. Because input resistance at the input section is called input resistance of the amplifier. Now you have studied for an ideal amplifier. For an ideal amplifier, the input resistance should be large. You have studied this. So you can increase the value of RG. RG can be increased. If RG is large, then it is good for the amplifier. But there is a two limitation. To keep large value of RG. First limitation. The noise figure of the amplifier will be increased if RG is kept large. Generally, if you keep the RG slightly less than the 1 megaohm, then noise figure will be less. This discussion shows that you cannot keep the large value of the RG to avoid noise figure. Noise figure is a noise. So noise figure of the amplifier, noise means unwanted signal. The noise figure of the amplifier will be increased if the RG is kept large. Generally, if RG is kept less than 1 megaohm, the noise figure is very less. So I cannot keep RG is very large. More than 1 megaohm means 2, 3, 4 like so. Second, the reverse leakage current is passing through the RG. See, IGSS is passing through the RG. You know this. We have discussed. Look here. This current. Here gate is kept negative. You know. The gate value is nothing but we have discussed. This RS provide you reverse bias at the gate. Due to this negative, the reverse leakage current is flowing like this. The reverse leakage current will flow like this. From here to it will go like this. So, reverse leakage currents passing through the RG. If the reverse leakage current passing through the RG, then voltage drop across RG. Voltage drop across RG. This voltage drop across RG means voltage at gate with respect to ground is this. Voltage at the gate with respect to ground is given by this equation. This voltage will be very large, at higher temperature. Listen again. IGSS means reverse leakage current is passing through the resistor RG. So voltage drop across RG, means IGSS into RG will be very large at high temperature. Due to this operating point you must be knowing, it is also called Q point, it is also called Quiescent point. The operating point or Quiescent point will shift. It will shift. The Quiescent point, or it is called operating point, will shift, and that damage the amplifier, or it gives the overheating of the gate, or it produces the distortion in the output. It produces the what? This produces the distortion in the output. In worst condition, FET will be damaged. We'll see this sentence with some example. Look here, with some data. Let us look here. Suppose I am writing, listen, the IGSS is 2 nanoampere at room temperature, you say 25 degrees centigrade, and we have kept RG is 1 mega ohm. Already we have seen, let us keep the RS is 1 kilo ohm. Let us keep the RS 1 kilo ohm and drain current 1 milliampere. Now at this temperature, let us see where is the Q point. Where is the value of the Q point means at which voltage, which gate to source voltage your Q point is existing. We'll see this. Look here. This is your input circuit I am showing you. This is the input section I am showing you. This is your gate. Instead of gate I am showing you your PN junction. And this is your resistance RA. This is your resistance RB. If you do not understand, then let me show the what bigger figure, like, so you get more idea. This is your circuit diagram. From this circuit I'll discuss. This is RL, this is your RS, this is RG. This circuit can be redrawn as like this. This is RG, This is your, here PN junction is there. So PN junction. Here I am showing you this is RL, and here the channel resistance I am showing you RA, channel resistance. Here in this section there is some another channel resistance I am showing you. Let me say RB. Then I am showing you your RS. This is your gate, this is your drain, and this is the source. I want to find out what the value of VGS means, operating point. Okay, I want to see that for this data. So it's very simple to get. Current flow like this, IGSS. This is your ground. This voltage is called gate to source voltage. So from this diagram I can write from this diagram I can write gate voltage means this voltage with respect to ground is VGS plus ID into RS. This voltage IDRS. This voltage is equal to VGS plus IDRS. Gate voltage is equal to VGS plus IDRS. So that I have written here. So where is my operating point? VG minus IDRS. So what is VG? IGSS into RG. IGSS into RG minus IDRS. This is 2 into 10 raised to minus 9 into 10 raised to 6. You can see 1 mega ohm minus 1 milliampere 1 kilo ohm. So you will get this is 0.002 minus 1. With 10 raised to minus 3 multiply by 2, you can write like this. Okay. So your value is, operating point value is nearly about minus 1 volt. At which temperature you have kept? 25 degrees centigrade. So this operating point is 25 degrees centigrade. Okay. RG is what? 1 mega ohm you have kept. RG is how much? 1 mega ohm you have kept. This is your 1 kilo ohm. Now temperature is increases due to certain reason. Temperature increases and temperature become 100 degrees centigrade. Other fact, as a result your gate to source leakage resistance increases and become 2 microampere. We have seen in last lecture, in a previous lecture, gate to source leakage resistance depends upon temperature, and we have also seen that reverse leakage resistance, reverse leakage current increases with temperature. So suppose at 100 degrees centigrade, so I use the word suppose 100 degrees centigrade, your IGS is 2 microampere, it become how much? 2 microampere. So what the value of VGS? Let us check again. So VGS is equal to, again you can write this equation I am using, this I am writing here. VGS is what? VG minus IDRS, IGSS into RG minus IDRS. So I will get this here how much? 2 microampere. This value is what? 2 microampere. This 2 microampere I am keeping here. So 2 microampere into 1 mega ohm. This is how much? 1 mega ohm. This is 1 milliampere. there is no 1 kilo ohm. So this value becomes 2 minus 1. So VGS become plus 1 volt. Actually, how much you have said? You have said how much? Minus 1. And it become how much? Plus 1 as temperature increases. As temperature increases, the operating point voltage changing from minus 1 to plus 1. So what will happen? This is increasing. So operating point shift. As the operating point shift, gate become forward. Now gate become forward bias. So large value of the current will flow through the gate. As a result, overheating of the feedback transistor takes place, and this may produce a distortion output, or in worse condition it destroys the FET. So you cannot keep the large value of Rg. This is called second limitation. I think you understand the second limitation. So here in actually you said how much? Minus 1. At which temperature? 25. Due to temperature increase, this value at 100 degree centigrade become plus 1. So large value of the gate current will flow, and that produces the overheating or distortion in the output. This is second. Now in a next analysis, we have to discuss about the input capacitance Ci. Input capacitance Ci. So input capacitance is nothing but you can say it is capacitance existing between the input terminal, means between these two terminals. How much capacitance existing between this and this terminal? That is called input capacitance. Now you have studied about the junction capacitance. I am showing you, this is your FET symbol. The capacitance existing between these two terminals, capacitance existing between drain and gate is called CGD. It is called CGD. It is called CGD, remember. It is called reverse capacitance also. The capacitance existing between the drain and source. Drain and source, it is called CDS. COS, as sometimes in some book they are writing like this. The capacitance existing between gate and source is called CGS. This is, they are writing CISS. In some book they are writing like this. Here I am writing CGS here. Capacitance existing between gate and source. Between gate and source. Between drain and gate, reverse capacitance. Reverse capacitance. The output capacitance between drain and source. CDS we are writing. It is also known as this. Okay. So this capacitance put the limit, important point. This capacitance put the limit on the frequency response of the amplifier. This capacitance put the limit on the frequency response, on the high frequency, let me use a word, on the frequency response of the field effect transistor amplifier. The input capacitance of the common source amplifier is given by this equation. Due to Miller effect, we are using this word, due to Miller effect, the input capacitance, I am not writing CGS, but I am writing CGS plus 1 minus AV into CGD. If this value is very large, then this capacitance will offer a very low reactance to the high frequency. According to formula, you know, formula of reactance 1 upon omega C. If C is large, then reactance is low. If C is large, reactance is low. So these offer low reactance to the high frequency and signal will be bypassed. So in this sense we can say that this put the limit on the high frequency response of the amplifier also, or you can say this limit put the limit on the frequency response of the amplifier. Miller effect now. This you will study in the negative feedback. Negative feedback, when I discuss that topic, I will say this is called Miller effect. Understand? Just now, keeping the end of the theory lecture just now, now I am discussing the numerical based on these last two lectures we have discussed. First numerical I am discussing. Listen, already you do the calculation. For common source amplifier, the value of RL is 10 kilo ohm. GFS they have given in a data book 1500 micromole. RG is 1 mega ohm. This common source amplifier is a P channel FET they use. P channel FET. For P channel FET they are giving this voltage is what? Minus 30 volt. They are giving. RS they have kept 5.1 kilo ohm. See, for P channel common source field effect transistor amplifier, RL is 10 kilo ohm they have given. GFS 1500 micromole. RG is 1 mega ohm. VDD is minus 30 volt. RS is 5.1 kilo ohm, and IGSS they have given 2 nanoampere. How much they have given? 2 nanoampere. Questions they are asking. First, find the value of voltage gain. Second, find the value of output resistance. Third, find the value of the input resistance. Fourth, find the value of the overall input resistance. RI dash. Fifth, find the value of input capacitance if CGS is 7 pf, CGD is what? 2 pf. Find the value of input capacitance if CGS is 7 pf and CGD is 2 pf. Let us calculate. Now answer. Already you know that the equation of voltage gain. What the equation of voltage gain? Minus GFS into RL. So minus what GFS you have written? 1500 micro. Micro means 10 raised to minus 6. What is RL? 10 kilo ohm they have given. How much they have given? 10 kilo ohm. So what I did? But you know this equation minus GFS RL. GF is given, I am putting the value of GFS. RL is given, I am putting the value of RL here. So I am getting, this is nothing but the minus 15. This is one answer of A. This answer of A. Second, B. They are asking you RO. What is RO? RO is nothing but the RD parallel RL. here I forgot to write the RD. RD they have given 100 kilo. RD they have given how much? 100 kilo. So 100 kilo ohm parallel 10 kilo ohm. If you find out this, so 9.99 kilo ohm. You nearly about this you will get. Okay, so you can do yourself if you want to do. So you can do nearly about 10 kilo ohm. You can say this is approximately I am writing arrow. Third, what are the third questions? RI. What is RI? If you remember, we have written RI is nothing but the VGS, VGC, VGS upon IGSS. Input relation between gate and source. In a fat parameter, I have written this equation. So this is maximum value you have to keep. This value you should maximum. So maximum is this much. This is. So this much you have to keep here. Remember, don't do the mistake. There is no VGS here. But if you see in a definition, of gate to source leakage resistance, that is your RI. So VGS I will keep 30. What I will keep? 30. And 2 nanoampere. So you will get 15 into 10 raised to 9 ohm. So here A, B, then I have written 3, 4 like this. Does not matter. Okay. Now 4. So this you get like this. Fourth, RI dash. So what is RI dash? RI is nothing but the RI parallel RG. BRI is coming parallel to this. So 15 into 10 raised to 9 ohm parallel 10 raised to 6 ohm. So this is nearly about 10 raised to 6 ohm. Nearly about RI dash. Now fifth, they are asking you CI. So what the CI you can say? CI is already we have written. CGS plus 1 minus AV into CGD. This is 7 plus 1 minus. What is AV? Minus 15. So minus 15 I have to put here. So minus minus become plus. So what the CGD? CGD is 2. 7 plus 32. 39 PF. So this is generally we are asking 5 mark questions about the derive, find the value or calculate the value of AV, RO, RI, RI dash, CI. Here students are doing generally mistake. Here they are putting AV is 15, not put the 15. You have to put the minus 15. So you can see your input resistance increases. Due to Miller effect, the input resistance of the common source amplifier increases. That you can see in this numerical. That you can see in this numerical. Here is I am giving my end of the lecture.